Good morning, students. Today we are going to see the poem Ulysses. It from Standard 12, English, Unit 4th unit. Okay. First, we know about the biography of author's biography. This poem Ulysses, it was written by Alfred Tennyson. He was the British poet. That means from Britain. His birth 6th August 1809 and his death 6th October 1892. Almost he had lived 81 years in this earth. Next one, the laureate of Great Britain and Ireland. Here the laureate means awarded or prized. Okay, that means he was prized or awarded of the government of Britain and Ireland during the period of the Queen Victoria. Okay, next one, his works, the famous works. Break, 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 the charge of the Light Brigade, Tears, idle tears, crossing the bar. These are his famous work. Next, the Ulysses, Idylls of the King and Titanus. The couple of them are his classical mythological verses. Okay, the two Ulysses and Idylls of the King, the Titanus. Okay, next we are going to know about the poem. Okay, this poem, it is a dramatic monologue. That means, dramatic monologue means a person who narrates the full story, a single person who narrates the full story is called the monologue. So called this poem dramatic monologue. Next, this poem published in the year 1842. This poem has 17 stanzas. Each stanza has 4 lines. 17th stanza has 6 lines totally. This full poem has 17 lines. The poem divided into 3 parts. The first one, the desire of adventures. Second one, the handling country to his son, the Telemachus. And the third one, call his men to venture into unknown island. Okay, I explain those 3. The first one, the desire of adventure. That means his full desire, even though he is the king of the country. I remember one thing, he was the king of the country, Ithaca. Okay, even though he was the king of the country, Ithaca, he did not like to rule as usual, as usual king. So called, his desire is the full of adventures and travel to the unknown islands and unknown countries. Almost his travel is in the, his full life he spent in almost the seas and islands. Okay, so the first part of the poem fully explains the desire of the adventures of Ulysses. The Ulysses is the king of Ithaca. Okay, the second part of the poem explains the handling country to his son Telemachus. Already I told you his full desire, his thirst is adventure. His full desire is adventures to the so many islands and so many seas and countries. So called, he leave his country, so he handed over his country to his son Telemachus. That is the second part of the poem. The third one, call his men to venture into the unknown island. Already I told in the first part, because of his desire of the adventures to the so many islands and countries, finally he calls his men. Here men refers his followers. Okay, so he calls his men to venture. Venture means adventure. Okay, venture into the unknown islands. So called, he called his men. Okay, the poem divided into 3 parts: the desire of the adventure, the handling country to his son Telemachus, and the third one, he calls his men to the unknown islands as a adventurous life. Okay, next I am going to explain the theme of the poem. Okay, first we know the theme of the poem and then we move to the the meaning of the poem. Okay. The theme of the poem, the Ulysses was the king of the Ithaca. He explains his full story about the adventurous life and his kingdom through this poem. So called this poem is a dramatic monologue. Okay, he, a single person who explains the full poem, so called this is the dramatic monologue. So Ulysses was the king of the country Ithaca. He loved adventure and travel. This is in his whole life. Although he was the king of the country Ithaca, he fully loved the adventures and travel life only. He disliked to stay in his country because of his old age. He spent so many years outside the country for adventure and travel and visited so many new islands with his men. After some years, almost after the battle of Troy and so many places he visited, he returned back to his country and stayed almost 3 years in his country. But he disliked to stay in his country because he always wanted to travel in the adventurous life. So called he disliked to travel. He disliked to stay in his country. The main reason he stayed in his country is he needed to stay in his country is because he was very old. So called he thought himself it is difficult to travel being the old age. So called he disliked to travel in his he disliked to stay in his country. Finally, he decided to fight against the old age. Even though he was very old man, he disliked to stay in his country. He decided to gather his men. That means he decided to gather his follower once again to travel the unknown islands and to travel for his adventurous life. He gathered his men and also he want to fight against his old age. Okay. Next, to move to the poem. Now we are going to see the meaning of the poem. We have very minimum time, so called I am ready to explain only the couple of stanzas, the first and the second stanzas only. Totally the 8 lines I am going to explain now. The starting of the poem, it little profits that an idle king. That means now he was a very old man. He had to stay in his country. Almost 3 years he spent in his country without doing anything. Almost like a nothing. Okay. So called he called himself he is a idle king. Idle, that means the lazy one. Okay. His life is, he committed his life as an adventurous life only, but he stayed 3 years in his country. So called he criticized himself, he is an ideal king because he is doing in this country nothing. So called by still earth among these barren crag. Here the couple of new words we have. The first one earth and the second one the barren crags. Barren crag, that means it is a rock, the cliff, that's like earth means it is the place we could see in the English films. It is like a firing base inside the home to make some warm in the cold region. That is called earth. By still earth among this barren crag, he doing nothing in the kingdom. Simply he is sitting near the earth and near the barren cracks. Otherwise he do nothing. So called he criticizes himself. He is an ideal king. Okay. Third line, matched with an aged wife, I meet and dole. This line explains he is very old, we know very well, already I told. Here he told that matched, that means equal. The equal age, he compared his age with his wife. He become old and also his wife also become old, you know. So called. He matched with an aged wife, I meet and dole. Here meet and dole means give judgment and give offer to the people. That is the main work of the king in the country, you know. So called he simply live with his old wife and he simply donate, he offer the poor people and he simply give the judgment to the people, otherwise he do nothing. This, even though this is the work of the king, but he did not like this. He needed only the adventurous life, not as like as the usual king. Okay, the fourth line, the unequal loss into the savage race. This line linked with the third line, he simply do the meet and dole, that means give judgment and offer the people, the poor people. At the same time, he want to make so many laws for the different kind of people in his country. Almost the people in his country, he told that they are the savage race. You know very well the word savage. It is very familiar in our previous classes. That means, savage means what? It is the uncivilized people. He criticized his country people. They are uncivilized, so-called. He want to make so many laws for the different kind of uncivilized people. We move to the fourth line, that herd and sleep and feed and no, not me. That means this line linked with the fourth line of the poem, the unequal loss unto a savage race. He want to make so many laws for the different kind of uncivilized people in this country, but the people of the country, he explains, they are herd and sleep and feed. They are herd means they are simply saving money, but not spend their money for their life happiness, for their life enjoyment. They simply save the money and they have that money for themselves, not to spend for their happiness and their joyful life. So the people of the country are herd and sleep. They simply sleep and they simply eat like an animal. Okay, so called he criticized his country people that herd and sleep and feed, but they do not know about me, because he is simply different from the uncivilized people of the country. He do not want to live as usual person's life, as usual king. He want to live the different, something different from other king and other people. That is called, he want to live the adventurous life. He want to travel so many places, so many new islands. That is visited so many islands, visited so many oceans and seas. Almost these are in very adventures only. Okay, we have to face so many cyclones, we have to face so many typhoon and so many problems, and so many we have to face new persons in that place, adaptations, and accept so many things, the climatic condition, the weather condition. So called, he told that these are the adventurous life. The adventurous life is suitable for the very good, the brave man. He called himself as the very brave man and something different from the normal persons of the country. I cannot rest from travel. I never take rest from my travel. I will drink life to the least. That means I will drink life to the least. This line explains, I want to live my life. I want to live my whole life for myself. Okay, that only this line explains. I cannot rest from my travel. Even though I am very old, the people called me the old person. This is not eligible to travel. The age is not eligible to travel, unable to travel the so many places. They think about me, but the Ulysses says that I cannot rest from travel even though I am very old. I will drink life to the least. I want to live my whole life for myself. All the times I have enjoyed greatly. This line explains, when he was very young, he traveled so many places, islands, and so many new oceans. He enjoyed greatly. Okay, because of this adventures. He also liked adventures, you know, so called. So I have enjoyed greatly. At the same time, he told that sometimes I have suffered greatly. So both with those, sometimes I have enjoyed greatly and sometimes I have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me, even though it is enjoyment, even though it is adventures, even though it is suffering, but I like the couple of them, even though it is suffer, even though it is greatly. Okay, thank you students. See you next class.